Greetings, loyal minions, beautiful humans, take your seat. Welcome to the SciShow, where silence weds deceit. There's something here for everyone, truth, illusion, loss. Step into the shadow light, the lighthouse of the lost.
That intro was a very small teaser of the intro song that will be on my new album coming soon. So, yeah, a little excited about that. Some might say super excited, but no, I'm pretty much on an even keel when it comes to excitement level. So, just a little bit excited about an interesting introductory song. Anyway, we're not here for that. We're here for the dragons and the weird. Can anyone tell me why they called it commending? Like, it just seems like such a weird name, clunky name for what it is. Anyway, there has been a couple of other videos out there. I didn't get around to this last night, unfortunately. So I did actually commend some dragons last night. So I don't have heaps left to test, but let's jump straight in. Most of you will already know what it is. I just wanted to give a few little heads up. I think there's a little bit of information that may have been missed out just on the absolute best way to do it. So we're just going to jump straight in. I do actually have a 5-star, which I recently leveled. So we're going to hit the commend button. You can see here, it shows a little heart up the top. Interesting looking dragon heart. I am at work whilst recording this too, so I do apologise if it's a little bit rushed or, I sound like I'm sneaking around because, I have to look over my shoulder. Anywho, so we can see the little information here. You can gain dragon hearts by commending dragons after they are fully ascended and leveled up. So that means you have to level up all the assist skills as well. So I'll just touch on that briefly. So if I come to little Flumen, we can see here I haven't leveled up his special skill or the assist skill, but I can't commend because I still have to level that skill. So sorry, it's not so much the assist skill, but you have to make sure their special skill is at max level as well. So that's the first thing to notice. To commend a dragon, select dispensable dragons that you want to consume. When you have collected enough dragon hearts, you automatically get a reward. Commending dragons follows similar rules as leveling up dragons. Commending higher rarity dragons earns you more dragon hearts but costs more resources. So that's an interesting point. And I know that's been shown in a few others, and it makes pretty simple sense. But the thing I think may not have been discussed enough is the dragon hearts progress, is shared among all dragons. So you don't need to feed them all to the one dragon. I'm going to use 4 stars for this example because I don't have enough 5 stars. So if we go to Cuttlewing, now if you have a 5-star, you're better off to give it to the 5-star. But if we go to Cuttlewing, and I'll just test it with a green feeder. So it's going to give 275 to a 4-star with a green feeder, 275. If we go to Death Flyer, and we'll give the same green, it's 275. So different colour. If that was the matching colour, I don't actually have a blue one, unfortunately. This is a problem. I don't have enough dragons to test it properly or to show it clearly. But if I gave that to a 5-star, it would give more. So we'll go to Doombringer, give the same thing, and it's 300. So instead of 275, it's 300. So you are better off to feed to the highest level dragon you have. And that's because the shared feature. So there's no point feeding it to a 4-star because I can then just come and, if you've got a 5-star, you might as well feed it the 5-star, unless, of course, it's a matching colour. So if we go to Nimblewing and give the same feeder, we're getting 330. So you need to make sure you're getting the maximum value. And hopefully that makes sense. So even though this is a 5-star and I should be getting more, because it's not green, it's only getting 300, whereas the 4-star gets 330 for that feeder. So basically you want to feed it to the highest possible dragon you can that is the same color. I'll see what we get for a 3-star if I've got any. So we're getting 300 for the 3-star, which is the same as what I would get if I fed it to an off-color 5-star. Hope that makes sense. But yeah, because it transfers across dragons, I don't need to come here and feed them all to him. Because if I can feed it to someone different, I'm better off. Because you can see here the heart is 148 out of 5,000. And if I go to any other dragon, it's still 148. So that's because it shares across every dragon. Can't stress that enough. Excuse me. So instead of feeding it to Doombringer, you can see here if I feed it, and again, I know I might be covering this off. I'm just trying to sort of show all the examples. So we're getting 300, and it takes the total to 448. If I commend that, that's what I'm going to get. If I actually jump back to Nimblewing, give him, I'm getting 330. It's taking me to 478. It's actually a better result. So I'm going to hit commend. And now if I go back to Doombringer, we can still see it's gone to the 478. So it's probably going to be slightly annoying, but you are better off to feed each one to the highest possible level that matches the colour as you can. So I've got a purple here. I would feed the purples. The 3-star is bizarre. You're hardly getting any commending points for a 3-star, which I find really bizarre. So it's only 60 as opposed to a 4-star, which is like 1,375, and that's a different colour. So yeah, someone did actually ask that question to Small Giant, and they come back and said that is correct. That's how it was intended to work. So they did just want that huge disparity between the 3-star and 4-star. So I actually don't have enough here to get anything. I did do one last night, and I got a legendary dragon token. It seems to be that might be the only prize. Which is just like an endless loop of then getting another dragon that you probably won't be able to use or won't be able to ascend. So hopefully they start adding some different items in there. So maybe you can start getting some ascension items and actually getting those dragons leveled up. But yeah, so as I said, always feed to the highest possible level you have. That is the same colour. But the easiest way is just to check. If you've got, a lot of us don't have a heap of dragons that are fully leveled. So always just double check. Like if I went here and checked, it's like, geez, I'm only getting 165 for that purple 1-star feeder. So then I'd go back and say, oh, hang on, I've got a 5-star. What am I going to get? Okay, it's 180. So that's slightly more. So I would take that. But of course, I have a matching colour and I'm getting 198. So if you're ever in doubt, just double check to make sure that you're getting the maximum value for what you're doing. I know it's easy to be lazy. I personally would be lazy. I'd just come here and say, oh, well, okay, I'm just going to do him. It doesn't matter if I miss out on a few points. But yeah, those points will really add up once you get a lot of feeders. So I'll just jump back and grab a few from over here. So just as an example, if I use all of my purples on Cuddlewing, it's only 4. I'm getting 500. I'm getting 792. So keep that in mind. 792. We give all the purples 720. So that's already like 70 extra points. That's about 10% extra. Just with 4 feeders, the percentage obviously would stay around the same. But yeah, make sure you're feeding to the highest possible dragon, same color. I know I'm repeating myself. I'm probably just trying to get out of work now, to be honest. I hope that has covered pretty much everything. It's pretty simple. Apart from that, you just fully leveled dragon, ascend, commend, and you're getting. Yeah, it's a good thing as well that it uses fish because we all have far too much fish. Well, I do. So yeah, there we go, dragons. Commanding them, I hope you are getting something worthwhile with your tokens that you're getting. It would be great if we could pick up the legendaries. So you have what do we have? 1 in 40 chance. So I mean, I think I only commended one, I think, but I've probably got enough feeders stored up that I could do 2. And Dragonspire is not something I've focused on a lot. So yeah, hopefully you can just cycle through an extra pull or 2 each week. And you've got a 1 in 40 chance of getting that legendary dragon. So there we go. If you enjoy what I'm doing, remember to gently press the subscribe button, give your kitty a scritch for me, and have a bloody good one.